Welcome to the Man United stream. In today's show we're previewing Manchester United's third game of the season at Old Trafford against Nottingham Forest, who managed to stay up last season after being promoted the season before to the Premier League. Forest have lost one and won one game so far this season, exactly the same as Manchester United. Now there's many of us that have been saying that Manchester United should win this game quite easily against Forest. However, taking a closer look at Forest, you begin to realise that it's not going to be as easy as most people think, and it's going to be foolish to underestimate Nottingham Forest. This game against Forest could be another game like Wolves, which was not a great game to watch as a Manchester United fan. Forest will be playing with a back five against United, which turns into a back three when they're on the attack. Nottingham Forest enjoy playing on the counter-attack, and we saw that Wolves playing in the same counter-attack football caused Manchester United a lot of problems in their opening game of the season. United come into this game after a huge loss away from home at Spurs. It was a good game in parts by Manchester United, who, if they had taken their chances, might have come away with all 3 points at Spurs. Manchester United in the last 5 games against Forest have won all 5, and we should win this game today also. So let's first take a look at the Nottingham Forest team and how we think they'll be lining up this afternoon. Now, the key player for Nottingham Forest will be Gibbs White, who is a very good player coming down on that left wing and causes a lot of trouble to teams, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka will have his hands full this afternoon. Nottingham Forest, as we said, will be playing a 3-4-3 formation, but that does turn into a 5-4-2 formation when they're on the attack, and it is very effective for them, and they do well, and we saw from last season that they actually did really well with this formation and they got plenty of goals. The way in which Nottingham Forest will play is that they'll put in a lot of crosses in today's game, and Aurier is their danger man coming forward from the back. Some of you may already know that Manchester United also sold Anthony Elanga to Nottingham Forest in this summer transfer window, and that will be interesting to see. Does he play today's game? No one knows, but if he does, I think he'll get a great ovation coming back to Old Trafford. But in summing up, this will not be a straightforward game for Manchester United, and they will need to work hard for that win. Let's now take a look at Manchester United and how we think they will be lining up today, which is going to be really interesting. You might have heard that Luke Shaw, our left back, has picked up an injury this week in training, which is going to keep him out for months, which is really not good news, especially given the fact that our other first choice left back, Malacia, is also out with an injury. But we heard yesterday from Ten Hag in his press conference that United will be able to fill in that position and have plenty of options with players that can play in that position. We believe that Ten Hag will choose Dalot to fill that role at left back, although he could actually go and play Alvaro Fernandez, the young left back that has been coming through the ranks this pre-season and has been looking good, and a lot of people have been saying that he should start, but we feel that he will go with Dalot, as it is a big game and Manchester United cannot afford to drop any more points before they face Arsenal away from home a week later. Mason Mount is also out of the team with an injury, and that will mean someone else will need to come in for him as well. So this is how we think the team will line up later on today. Onana in goals, Martinez and Varane as centre-back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka as the right-back, and Dalot in left-back for the reason we just mentioned. And then you'll have the two holding midfield players in Casemiro and Eriksen will come in for Mount. We feel it's highly unlikely that Ten Hag will opt for McTominay in that position. And then you will have Bruno Fernandes playing in the cam role, with Rashford returning to his favourite position on the left wing. We believe that Sancho will be getting his first start of the season and will be playing the false number 9, and Antony will be on the right wing starting. If we didn't have the injuries to Mount and Shaw, we believe that Ten Hag might have dropped Antony for Sancho playing down the right wing, but Antony, despite his poor form, will keep his place for this game, we feel. We also heard from Ten Hag, despite the rumours early on in this week, that Højlund will not be fit to play in the game against Nottingham Forest this afternoon, but maybe will be available for the Arsenal game later on next week. One player that might be fit is Anthony Martial, but Ten Hag we feel will want to give Martial more time to get up to match fitness. Anthony Martial did play this week in a behind closed doors game against Burnley and United lost that 3-0, so that might not have done any favours for Anthony Martial looking to get back into the first 11. So that will be the United team. This game should allow Manchester United to express themselves a little more, and we believe that Manchester United will have a very good game. In the game against Spurs, you could see Manchester United started showing signs of improvement and in fact showed signs that if they click, they would destroy any team that comes before them, and that is what Ten Hag is striving for. Score predictions for the game. Our score predictions so far this season have been completely off the mark. I don't know what you want to make of that, but we are going to go for a 2-0 win for United in today's game. We're bringing the positive vibes here at Manchester United Stream. We feel that Manchester United should win fairly comfortably against Nottingham Forest this afternoon. In Ten Hag we trust. We feel that the formation and the system that he's playing will click and will get Manchester United those wins that they are looking for. Smash that like button and please subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so and you're new to the channel to keep up to date with all the Manchester United latest news. You are watching the Man United Stream, a channel by the fans for the fans.